Everyone knows about the items in the Mario Kart series, and since I play a bit of Mario Kart 8, I'm going to have a go at putting all those items into the tier list. Little note that this ranking is based on how easy the items are to use and how much they actually help you out in the game rather than design or any other feature. Without further ado, let's get going. The blue shell, probably most famous on the internet for resulting in the end of friendships. If you don't know, the blue shell goes directly to the player at the start of the race and hits them, as well as making anyone too close to them spin out. The blue shell only really helps you if you're already near to the front of the line, as it doesn't hit many other players in the race. I gave it a C ranking. The green shell is the most generic attack, allowing you to throw the shell directly forwards or backwards depending on which arrow you press. It doesn't self-target in any direction, so you need to point yourself the right way first. The single green shell can be held at the back of the car or bike, allowing you to defend from incoming red shells, and if you've got a triple green shell, it surrounds you in order to protect. I gave both variants of the green shell a solid A rank. Next up we have the red shells. These are mostly similar to the function of the green shells in terms of defense, the single version able to protect from behind, while the triple forms a protective barrier. However, the main difference with the red shell is the targeted attack when you throw it forwards. For reasons, single and triple red shell attacks got an S rank from me. On to the banana peel. There's a single and triple version of this item as well, with the single and triple acting as defense in a similar way to the red and green shells. Banana peels can simply be placed behind the vehicle or can be thrown in front, so any player can slip on the peel. While the banana peel can be applauded for the amount of times it stopped the red shell hitting me, it only hits other players if they pass it, so it doesn't help you to advance. I put this in the B rank. There are 3 types of mushroom boosters, one singular, a triple set, and the time-bound golden mushroom. The first 2 are obvious with the amount of boost you can use, but a golden mushroom allows you to boost indefinitely until it runs out of time. It's obvious how a speed boost can help in a race, but in battle mode you can also use these to steal a balloon from other players by running into them. The Fire Flower is a power-up that gives you the same abilities as it was in any other Mario game. You become able to shoot fireballs forwards and backwards, which can then hit other players and stop their vehicle for a moment. However, it doesn't have any defensive capabilities. I've decided to place this at a B rank. The boomerang can be thrown forwards or backwards, and like any good boomerang, it comes back to the driver so you can throw it again. Unfortunately, you can only do that a few times before it flies away for good. It can go quite a long distance each time you throw it, and it can slow down more than one other player at a time. The Piranha Plant can help the player in many ways, normally giving small speed boosts, but having additional effects in certain circumstances. It can attack other vehicles, it can collect items, and it can destroy bananas and shells that could damage the player. The lightning bolt attacks all the characters in front of the player, shrinking their vehicles and making them go slower for a good amount of time. This is quite helpful for getting further ahead and is very easy to use, so I put it into the S rank. Bullet Bill allows the player to stop driving on their own as they are moved automatically across the race. Anyone in the way is pushed aside and no items can slow you down. Because of how much you advance and how easy this is, I put it into the S rank. The blooper squirts ink onto the screens of other players and blocks vision while driving. The problem is that it rarely covers much, so it doesn't really make any change. Also, it doesn't do any damage or help defend the one who gets the blooper, so this item has practically no use. The coin looks just like all the other ones scattered across the course, but it actually gives you 2 coins worth. These build up over time and allow you to get customizations for vehicles. However, due to the limit of 10 coins per race, and because coins are everywhere anyway, this item doesn't really have much use. The bomb can be used forwards and backwards, and it's obvious what it does. However, it can only affect a small space and doesn't detonate instantly. You only ever get one of these at a time as well, so I'll put it in a rank C. The star power-up lets you be invincible for an amount of time, meaning you can pass by other players and knock them out of the way. Added to this, you get a higher speed during this period, with both of these effects making it easier to get far ahead. The next item, apparently called the Super Horn, blasts the immediate area around the vehicle. It knocks any other vehicle in that space. The horn also has a defending ability, as it can destroy items within that range, even a blue shell, before it attacks you. And the final item, Crazy 8, which is really all the other items combined. I would say that it's good because it can have all the effects of the items within it, but it becomes much more uncontrollable as you're more likely to randomly send out items. This fact limits it to an A rank.